What's up, guys? It's your boy, the May Boom, and I am back for another video, man. The MCU. I love the MCU. Well, I won't say I love it, but at a couple years ago, I loved the MCU. It was like the greatest thing, and being ready to see something drop, like looking at what's the next upcoming stuff was always exciting. But this year, I'm not gonna lie to you. Or the next couple years, I really am just over the MCU. Man, they've just ruined everything, and nothing's as great as it used to be. Man, Phase 4 was terrible. Phase 5 is got more flops than hits right now. Guardians of the Galaxy, it was good, but Captain Marvel flopped and Ant-Man flopped. They both were trash movies, and it's just sad to see MCU in such a horrible state. Doctor Strange was a disappointment. Thor is one of the biggest Thor 4 is one of the biggest disappointments in MCU history, in my opinion. I think that was supposed to be the one, but it flopped. So let's talk about MCU projects I'm excited for, man. My MCU projects I'm just looking forward to. Captain America 4 with Sam as the Captain America. I'm very excited for this movie, man. I want to see Sam as Captain America. Even though I did not like Falcon and Winter Soldier, I still know the leads were good. It just was the writing and some of that stuff. Like Falcon being broke is still funny to me. How is Falcon broke? But I think this movie's going to be pretty good. They're going to have great action. I think Captain America movies are always pretty good, and if Sam just does his thing, it should be a pretty good movie. I hope they don't bring back Chris Evans. Just keep it how it is. And I will be looking forward to that movie. That one has a lot of potential. But there are other movies I need to talk about because MCU, they got some stuff coming up. I'm not gonna lie to you. So let's go to the next thing. We got the Avengers movies. Both Avengers movies. You got the Kang Dynasty and you got the Secret Wars. I think both are big moments in history. Like they're both gonna be different years. So Kang Dynasty, they need to get somebody to replace Jonathan Majors, but the Kang Dynasty movie, we're gonna see the Avengers teaming up again against a big bad guy, man. I mean, that's gonna be a great movie. It's exciting. I'm ready for it. And Secret Wars. The Secret Wars is just gonna be like the coolest little crossover between every superhero universe, man. And we got the X-Men and we got the Spider-Man movies like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Now that is what I'm here to see. That sounds very cool. The Kang thing kind of gets me mad. I feel like Kang was, even though I didn't like Ant-Man Part 2, they still did a good job introducing Kang. Well, sort of, because he did lose the ants. That isn't a good introduction. But the way he talked, the way he carried himself, was always scary. So I was like, oh, you know what? Kang sounds like a good threat. But now that Jonathan Majors is gone, the Kang Dynasty, man, they got to hurry up and recast quick so we can forget Jonathan Majors played Kang. I would like John Boyega, even though I don't actually know if he could speak like English, but John Boyega would be a cool one. He's like young, and it's like he just likes to do movies, man. It seems like that would be exciting. And the Secret Invasion one, the main thing I'm excited for is to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield again, man. To see them fighting in like with the MCU characters, with the Avengers, man, it's just a crazy thing that I always thought could happen. And yeah, man, Avengers movies are just going to be pretty epic, and I'm just ready to see them. Next thing, I'm not excited for the Fantastic Four. I'm sorry. They always suck. Their movies suck. They're boring. And I'm a young guy, so I think I could tell you like my point of view from it. I think we're the audience that they're trying to cater to, but I'm young and they're boring. The Fantastic Four are boring. The Incredibles are how the Incredibles like basically the same thing, but they're like 10 times better than the Fantastic Four. They need to just make Incredibles live action over a Fantastic Four. I don't care about those characters. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. So let's talk about Blade. Not happening, sadly. It'll be my first introduction to Blade. I've never seen anything from Blade. Wesley Snipes movies I never watched, but people say some are good, some are bad, and that's basically the conversation around the Wesley Snipes movies. But The Blade movie, I'm looking forward to, but it's not the main movie I'm looking forward to. You got, let's continue, Deadpool 3. You know, this one of the bigger ones. This the biggest one this year. Deadpool 3. Hugh Jackman's coming back, man. That gets me mad. I don't want them to bring back their characters. He has such a great send off in Logan, and I'm like, man, you really gonna mess that up? You can mess up that relationship with the girl and Logan, and Logan, man. I just think that's a very dumb decision. They need to they just keep him away, man. Just do a Deadpool 3 without Wolverine. Do a Deadpool 3 without Wolverine. I thought they was just gonna recast. It's time. Hugh Jackman's a pretty old guy, so they probably should just recast it. Got somebody else to do it, and we get the Deadpool 3 movie. We get the Deadpool 3 movie. But I'm excited for the movie. I don't care. Ryan Reynolds is hilarious. Hugh Jackman's gonna be great. Wolverine's getting his comic accurate costume. I think that's a very big deal. It's like, man, they've been asking for it for years, and they're finally gonna get it. I hope it looks good on the big screen. I think I seen a picture of his mask or something. That looked pretty cool. Lots of potential, man. Lots of potential. Okay, next movie. If they announce this, Amazing Spider-Man 3. Big movie, man. I'm so excited to see Amazing Spider-Man. If they do ever do this movie, I'm ready to see it. But I will say this. One thing people, they kind of talk about the good stuff from Amazing Spider-Man. Like, oh yeah, Gwen and Peter are just, they got so much chemistry. They're amazing. But then they just ignore, like, the Electro stuff and the Rhino stuff and the goofy villain stuff. It's like, yo, do y'all not realize what's going on? Y'all looking at the good moments and not the bad moments. I am just not a fan of that. And the next thing, Spider-Man. Spider-Man 4, man. Is it Spider-Man 4? Yep, Spider-Man 4. Spider-Man 4, very big deal. Maybe bigger than Amazing Spider-Man 3. But Spider-Man 4 is a big deal. We gotta see Tom Holland do his thing. He's on the run. And nobody likes him anymore. I think that's going to be sad. Tobey Maguire getting the Spider-Man 4 will be also a big deal. Tobey Maguire is my boy. OG Spider-Man. We wanted him back so bad. It was like, man, we need Tobey back to do Spider-Man. It's been so long. And I feel like it was never going to happen. And then it ended up actually happening. They need to give Tobey Maguire a 4th Spider-Man movie. That would be cool. And have these actors act, man. I'm tired of seeing old, like, people or old actors not want to do certain things. I think that's kind of whack a little bit. So Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 4 would be pretty cool too. You got Madam Web. I know this ain't MCU, but Madam Web. You got Venom. You got some of those TV shows they do on Disney Plus. Really, all the TV shows on Disney Plus are just like, come on, man, this is terrible. Stop, please. Just stop trying to force certain stuff that we don't want. The MCU today's got to do better, man. There was only a few projects I really care about still. Black Panther Part 3 would also been. I think that sounds pretty good. That was one of the better movies from Phase 4. Everything else really sucked. Besides Spider-Man, I think a lot of people said Black Panther 2 is the second best movie. All the rest of them were just terrible, man. It's very sad. Shang-Chi was actually good, though. Shang-Chi was good. But, yes, man. I think that's all the movies I got. You got the Avengers movie, Spider-Man 4. You got, can't remember all the rest of them, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good video. You got so much stuff coming out from the MCU. They are trying to cook, but they also got to make sure that the fans are treated right. Like, they feel all right. They are in great shape. They are just getting the job done. Maybe the MCU can prove me wrong. Maybe they can prove that they still got it. They can make good movies. Like, you gotta make the Avengers movies right. You gotta make Deadpool right. You gotta make Captain America right. These are all great things that they might mess up. And I just did not like that feeling, man. I got a real bad feeling about Deadpool 3. And, man, I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Just tell me how y'all feel about it. Do you think I'm overdoing it? Do you feel like the MCU is fine, or do you feel like the MCU does have a problem and these projects have to save it. But peace out, y'all. Anime Boom, peace.